Chasefu is one of the newly 5 created districts in Eastern Province under Statutory Instrument 26 of 2018, signed by His Excellency Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. It is approximately located 38 kilometers from Lundazi district. It borders Chama district to the northwest. But this was not the story 5 years ago. This district was just a constituency. The Patriotic Front took control of this constituency politically. Here is the story of Gerald Zimba, popularly known as Ziga, who's also the sitting member of parliament.
The promises we made there to the people of Chasefu was to develop Chasefu in a lot of areas.
Nkarota kwa president nkapempa nati masuzo Chasefu njanandi kuti in evident lombenga everyday ku office kwa kaskuru penjoka road hapa patali chomene kulomba kuti bashito president bashe declare Chasefu ikale district para kala district kukiza masikuru izenge ma blocks ma administration izenge na ndawa zitavichi zizenge so pempo president ngapalira kuti na Chasefu ikale district yeka pamba na Lundazi bati wanataka district so na president la pempo so anytime but it's going to that when chigomeza kuna president Chasefu kuitema.
Yeah, so now by Chasefu being the district, a lot of things have happened. We have seen the construction of the mini hospital that we have now that we can post about as Chasefu, which is I think 90% complete. We've got the office block or administration block, which is under procurement. We've got 10 police houses under procurement. We've got the civic center as well for the council, which is about maybe 50-60% complete.
Currently, the council is constructing a civic center, and also we have done an advert for plots. The response is overwhelming, meaning that in the next 3-4 years, Chasefu will not be the same. At in town, who have resources come back to plow into investments like tourism, agriculture, and also even putting up shopping malls, filling stations. Chasefu is strategically placed along the Lundazi Chama Nakonde highway. It's very strategic in terms of trade and industry, especially agro-processing industry.
We've seen the construction of feeder roads. I'm happy to say that we've been given about 107 kilometers of feeder roads that are under construction right now by 2 contractors.
My name's Kenan K. Mumba, the site engineer for this Chasefu project, coming from Tevium. So far, since it is rain season, we cannot do much earthworks. But what we are doing right now is probably we are doing the crossing points, culverts. We're installing the culverts right now. When we put the first layer, the second, and then the third, then we put the wearing course. So which is actually the road will be in very good standard. Then to our projection, we are thinking by August, maybe before August, we may conclude with this project here. That's our prayer, that everything should go smooth. But we cannot run away from certain things that may happen. Things like breakdowns and everything. Those are the things that usually slow down the works. They are there. You cannot run away from them. It just happens. Okay. But if everything goes well before August, we're supposed to be done with this project. And we are eager. Our company is actually working so hard to make sure the great job is done. Not just for the benefit of our company, but for the benefit of the community. Because without this community here, our company wouldn't be there.
Zinanga nina masauso lunda. Ni joina kampani ya Zambezi bakontrakta vitu abene asicharwe. Then shenja meneni funani kambepo boma. Yachitumira njito ya mene. Auti tisenzere pamse kushoka hoya ndi mtwalo. That is just 2 years contract itu.
We have the council that have advertised for the sale of plots, which I think bidding ended the 2 days ago. I think the process was a success. To me, Chasefu now has opened up to the entire Zambia and the world at large. So to me, that's a very great achievement. In my tenure, in my 4 years of being member of parliament, I think there are a lot of successes that I've scored. Of course, not me alone. I'm talking about me and the PF government as at large. We've seen for the first time in Chasefu last year, Chasefu was connected to the national grid, so we've got power for the first time. About 4 or 5 months new.
Okay.
Kuno ine ngushita appreciate so many ati yoenge chizungu yaiti yoisha kuitukanje ma African. Kuno ngushita appreciate so many pa maraiti. Hii business yoshita weodinya pa ndene kuntandazira so para.
We've got network towers, we've got about 10 network towers in Chasefu, so for me, even if I'm in Lusaka, I'm at parliament, I can easily call my mother, my grandmother through a phone. It was unlike before where I could have to travel, I'd have to travel from Lusaka, which is about 900 kilometers. Now I can simply pick up the phone, grandma, Muriuli, Mwalieda, Wana, Uli, we chat like that. So to me, it's a very big success.
Tunakwamini kwa kuliko change, tunatekera kutawa, tamte otawa, kuta 2016 kwenzeribe. So at least very much thank you. Then ikawa ka network kwenzeribe kuna pamanje ku network. Ka network mafunika manini.
We've been given 3 health centers that I think that those are among the 650 hospitals that were given to Zambia, I think through the Indian government, if I'm not mistaken. One at Boyole, one at Kamzole, and one at Kulaya Maembe. Those are now fully functional, so to me it's a great success. Health is paramount, so that is a plus for us. We've had social cash transfer, where the aged, the underprivileged, the widows are benefiting from. It's a success story. People are happy in the present government for that. We've got FISIT, which has been a success. Yes, of course, we have challenges here and there, but generally it's a success. And I'm happy that the president now announced that this year's FISIT has been increased to about 5.something million. Meaning that all the new and old cooperatives will receive. So to me, the people of Chasefu are benefiting and they're seeing the need for them to continue the PF government. Not only that, in my tenure also, we've had, when I became a member of parliament for Chasefu, that is in 2016, we only had 2 secondary schools. Now we've got 6 secondary schools. So.
Vana akasambanga kutala makunu utakwemusa
Utakuwa Rusunda.
Kwemusa na kwa Rusunda na kunda sport. So vandu vanandi ne kutikasambiranga yai kama skulu yakakutali sapa sono namwaika vanati vasambirenge skulu zapafika.
I want to recommend my government, the government of His Excellency Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. You might be aware that our government is action-oriented. I'm very happy to disclose this, that in 2017, the government of His Excellency Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu declared Kakoma Day Secondary School in Chasefu district to be one of the secondary schools. Just there and then we received support through the Ministry of Education from the DEB's office. We received 7 teachers, and it was very difficult for me as an area councillor for Membe Ward in Chasefu district to handle the issue of accommodating these people and of course looking for a class space. Now, when we had received CDF in 2018, we thought it wise as a community that the community should apply. So the community applied, and what you are seeing behind me is a 1x3 classroom block with everything inside. These people of Kakoma benefited from the CDF, and as you might be aware, we don't just talk, but we talk through action. So the government of His Excellency Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, through the Honorable MP, who is Honorable Greenford Gerald Zimba, who is also the Vice Provincial Chairperson for Patriotic Front Eastern Province, I recommend them for bringing this service closer to the people, and I'm happy to announce that most of the children from here, they are now benefiting from this infrastructure, and now this service has come closer to the people and the intended people. All I can urge the communities for them to guard this property their own, and of course my wish is that the other day we might have a university here in Chasefu. I'm hoping that as we go on, our government will be able to bring a university here, because a good example has been shown here. Where we didn't have any infrastructure today, we are able to saunter Opotoa Bombere na Edgar Chagwa Lungu. We are able to saunter where we have worked with the Gerald Greenford Zimba. We have worked with my fellow councillors in Chasefu flat out. So this is just to say we are very much happy for the support that the community is giving to the government of His Excellency Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu.
No, zinayanga ndine James Pili, nchokera mmuzi mwa Kengerweni village kuno ku Chasefu. Then ni ongako wa boma potitandiza nkhani ya kutibweresera chitukuko muno mu Chasefu. Kumambuyo tenzovutika maningi kasuzikanga chomene kuyenda mtunda pafupi painga yozgera 80 kilometers vana vachoko kuti vapase varute ku maskulu yatari uko kanga ma secondary. Kwene sono kwizira mboma ya PF yatiganzira tukuonga chomene boma a Edgar Chagwa Lungu pamoza na MP wao a Gerald Ziga kwiziraso mwa kansera a Adam Ziruhana. Aba bantu ichitukuko vapitirire nditu kuti ovwira iseta vana kuno kuteganaganira chifwa sono boma ili kuchinja pafupi kuno sono kumaro ga zaspu kuno kukuzoka ngangu boma waka, ndipo hivi ni ma teachers kumasinda kubakagaikanga kwiza kuno vazawewo ma teachers chifwa cha mtunda kweneso na wehenu mukavira kwene after boma sono yafika iva kulimbana ma teacher kuti ya ine ngani ngakakhala pa zaspu ngani ngakakhala pa zaspu. Sono i boma ya Edgar Chagwa Lungu tikuiwonga na maoko ya nandi pamoza na wapapi wanyane wose kuwa mpapi ne wa umukubekera chitukuko sono charuta pandhazi, ndipo panotiri tose kuno tukumbaso kuchinjaso boma icha chifwa cha kutipata chinja tiwezekerengeso vintu kumkhobwa kwene iyi suti iyi tilipanga iyi tukumba irutirire chifukwa yatiovwira muno mu Chasefu.
For secondary schools, primary schools, upgraded secondary schools, and in my tenure, the government has basically, taken over just about all the community schools. Community schools, the challenge that left behind is, it's people.
Moyo Matilda Chilwa, head teacher at Chasefu Primary School. I came at this school in 2015, while the school was still a community school. At this school, I think a lot has been done. I just found voluntary teachers who are coming from villages. But now we are given qualified staff, trained teachers.
Our pupils used to learn under those stands you are seeing there. But through CDF, through the government, we managed to construct such a building where pupils are now able to feel that they can learn in a better environment. We are really thankful to the government.
Community coming up together with a few monies and try to make some makeshift of schools. But now the government have recognized the need for those places to be given some basic, learning standards. So just about all of them have been taken over by the government. So it means education standards for Chasefu are improving, and people's minds are being opened up. So to me, that is a great success. We've also had youth empowerment schemes. That only this last year, late last year, it was received funding for youth and women empowerment to a tune of above 2.3 million kwacha to various youth clubs and women clubs. We've also had the internships that were employed. 50 of them were employed this year. So to me, that's a great success.
So tikuonga president na MP na honorable councillor wakati pa CDF 20,000 ndio nyumba hii tilikuzenga. So wakati pa 20,000 chaka cha mara ichi muzikafumira ndalama hizi tamara kuzenga tikaodalinga nkuku za 200. Tikataodalinga 200 tagulisa ikatipa 10,000 chukwa ya kuti zinyake zikafuapo kusambilira kuweta. So no apatili oda 300 nkumaya zitipenge 18,000. So pa chifukwa ichi klabu yitu nja kuonga chifukwa cha hivi walichita president witu Chagwa Lungu na MP Gerald Zimba.
Water and sanitation, basically now that we're a district, we're looking forward to the council coming up with a water system, which is not in place yet, but I foresee it coming into effect anytime soon. But generally we depend on boreholes that we drill most of the time through CDF.
Ndine Mary Manda kuno kwa Kalewa village pikamaraza chifi tukuonga paka dada Gerald Zimba kansera Ruhana hapa mwali kuti usikira chitukuko pamoja na dada Chagwa Lungu tukuonga chomene chitukuko ichi chipitirire tiliwa kumwemwetera chomene maji tikasuka chomene kumwa kudambo kusuzgika sona hapa chitukuko ichi chipitirire tukuonga kuti ndio chitukuko ichi Chagwa Lungu Pandhazi tili naye tikumtayapo cha MP wose tukwakwezgeka pachana kuti hapa tileke kuwerera nyuma cha isende kuno tili Pandhazi.
So we didn't repair this borehole, but the thing is we came to construct this borehole, to drill a borehole and construct here. So this is a new borehole in my ward, Membe ward. So I'm very happy, I'm very proud, because since independence, these people didn't have access to clean water, but now they have access to clean water. So these are some of the things His Excellency Dr. Edgar is doing in Chasefu district, Chasefu constituency, with our able MP, Honorable Gerald Zimba.
The Indian community, the Muslim community have been very, very helpful. They've drilled a lot of boreholes of late. So which I've been doing for quite some time now. So it's the water is still a challenge, but steady progress is being made towards achieving clean and safe drinking water. So in that regard, we still have work to do, but we are getting there. For example, we've got the solar-powered water scheme at Chikeni, which is the Mawa Wash project, which is sponsored by the USAID and Caritas Zambia, which I think caters for over 70 households. There we've got tapped water coming. For a real setup like Chasefu, that's a dream come true for the residents of a Chikeni area where you've got tap water.
Water is life. This saying remains unchanged even as time changes. That is why Chasefu constituency Member of Parliament, Gerald Zimba, who's also Eastern Province Patriotic Front Vice Chairman, is touring a solar-powered water scheme of 10,000 litres in his constituency. He is pleased with the implementers of the project.
I thank the implementers of this project, that is the Mawa Wash project, Caritas Zambia, the USAID, and of course the government of Zambia. I'm happy that the government have got very conducive working relations with this donor community. It's because of the good leadership of His Excellency President Lungu and his government that we have these NGOs and cooperative partners coming to try and alleviate the challenges that people like Chasefu are facing. It's not the only project that is undertaking. There's one here at Chicken, one is in Kajirime, one which is already functional.
One of the community members had this to say.
Pakonga boma kira mu USAID eni bamawa eni bakanso bose tukumonga nchomene bakuteletera chitukuko ichi sono hapa maji tukumwa pakutomene olo mundu ni mchekuru sono ufika hapa na kutapa maji na kuwela kupambana na kudambuka kutati chomene pa ichi tukumonga nchomene ine Emmanuel Piria.
We also have major cooperating partners in terms of water sector that are helping us. As CCAP, they've been drilling boreholes here and there, but not only boreholes. CCAP have also gone a bit further. They've done they've built day schools for us. They run the theological college, the Bible college, which we have here in Chasefu. They've done, among others, the Musa Day Secondary School, Kaponga Musa Day Secondary School, Kaponga Secondary School. So they're a major partner in the water and the education sector. We also have ROCs that are doing toilets for us and maintenance of these boreholes. We've got the Mawa project, also the Mawa people that are helping us drilling boreholes here and there. They've been always a partner. We've got the Muslim community that are been drilling boreholes as well, but they do more than that as well. They do clinics. They've done a clinic, for example, in Kuyu area. They've done a very good clinic, which should be operational anytime soon. So we're looking forward to the council, as I said earlier on, that we're hoping the council will come up with their own now. As area member of parliament, I want to implore to the investor community out there that development is not only run by government, but every individual, companies, corporate companies or individuals can come and invest in Chasefu. Chasefu is very attractive. We've got a lot of business opportunities. We've got 9 dams in Chasefu that you can be exploited in terms of agriculture, outdoor facilities like recreational facilities. We've got the Mandahill Hills, if I told that English is correct, that you can be used for hiking, mountain biking, camping. We've got also mineral deposits. We've got some minerals like aquamarine, blue sky, and the likes. ZCCM at some point did some exploration, oil explorations, and I think people can still come and redo because the deposits are there. The sure deposits are there. So I'm calling upon investors that come to Chasefu. The council now has advertised for sale of land. People can come through. It's rich. You've got dams, as I said earlier on, with rivers, other streams that sometimes run throughout the year. So we can exploit investment potentials in that regard. So Chasefu is open now to the public. Come and buy plots, very affordable. We want investors in terms of opening up filling stations, opening up lodges and the likes. So this is a time when it is affordable. As we go on, as it improves, it might be a bit difficult. So this is a time now. This is a time for you to invest.
Okay. So where do you see the constituency as well as the district maybe in the next 4 years if you are re-elected? What is your blueprint? What is your plan for this constituency?
Well, I want to see a Lusaka in Chasefu in the next 5 years. I know you might think that's attainable, but it is attainable. We may have, let me not say Lusaka, but a semblance of Lusaka in Chasefu. I want to see tarmacs in the business district of Lusaka. I want the Tama Road, which is not in too good a state, to be worked on and to be tarred. I want to see filling stations. I want to see, as I said before, lodges. I want to see camping sites. I want to see, real investors coming into Chasefu. I want to see a major district hospital, police station being constructed. Those are in the pipeline, and I know we're going to achieve it. So I'm praying that the investors out there, the right investors, have gotten wind or have gotten the word of the many people that have Chasefu have advertised for Chasefu to be developed. I know they've gotten the word and they're coming. So in the next 4 or 5 years, Chasefu will be different, will be transformed. We want to see beautiful housing structures. We want to see nice apartments in Chasefu, and that is achievable if we put our heads together. If Zambians come and say, let's go invest in Chasefu, that is attainable, and it will be attainable.
Okay, so what are some of the major challenges? Because of course, through your raid, probably maybe the Chamalundazi road always comes out to be one of the most talked about challenges, with the potential being known that if this road was open, it would connect Nakonde, and it might be the shortest route. So what have been your challenges towards advocating for that?
I think the main challenges, as I already alluded to, is the Chama Road. But I'm glad to say that at least there's a glimmer of hope out there. When the president came and said, we will not create this road this year, we will not upgrade the road to bitumen standard, but we just grade it to an all-weather gravel road. I think that's a start. What the ideal situation is for the road to be upgraded to the bitumen standard road. As you rightly said, it will connect, Chasefu to Nakonde. We're talking about Tanzania. Tanzania is that's why we get our, most of our business from Tanzania and South Africa. So it will be a direct link. What happens now is if I want to go buy stuff in Tanzania or South Africa, I've got to travel 900 kilometers to Lusaka, then another 1,000 kilometers to Nakonde. So it takes long, as opposed to if I took out from here, use the Chama Road, I would probably take about 600 kilometers. I'm in Nakonde. So to me, the biggest challenge has been to lobby for the Chama Road. I cannot say we've not lobbied enough. We have lobbied enough, and government is aware of our plea. And it's just maybe the constraints in resources, but we've received positive feedback. We already have contractors on site, just I think the money aspect that is not there. But we've been given a gleam of hope, and that in the next two years, I pray and I foresee that tarmac being achieved.
Okay. Your way to the electorate in Chasefu, a youth who's job hunting, a woman who doesn't know where they'll get their next meal from, what would be your words to them?
I want to implore to the people of Chasefu that have faith in your government, have faith in His Excellency, the government of Excellency Edgar Lungu, and the leadership that is there. You've seen what Chasefu was before and what it is now. You've seen the amount, the rate, the pace at which development is taking place. Chasefu is moving at a fast rate. As I told you earlier on, we've got already bids that are being worked on right now for the construction of many various office spaces. We've got people that have already bought, places for big lodges and whatnot. There's a big potential employment boom in Chasefu in the very near future. There's hope. Count on us that you've that we've been trusted with the mandate to run affairs of this district. Do not be cheated that the people have failed. We've done our best. See where we are now and to show you where we're going.
Okay. 2021, are you winning or not?
That's a very good question. 2021, I'm definitely winning. So is Edgar Lungu winning as president of Zambian PF, still running as the party in power. Now the people have faith in us. They've seen what we've done. Then nobody can cheat them anymore. They've seen what we've done and what we're capable of doing. So 2021, Edgar Lungu will still be president and I will still be member of parliament. Chasefu.
Okay, thank you.